I still see that you feel me with a G like me. You'll never need no one else. And I know you know I'ma be like I told you so.
If you're thinking about going natural, just do it. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. Wow, I'm like so excited to, I was gonna say so excited to see you guys, but I'm not actually seeing you guys. You guys are just on the screen, but I don't know, I'm just happy to be making a video right now. So welcome back to my channel. My name is Takara, or you can call me TEEKS. It's whichever one you would prefer. In today's video, I am going to be talking about my natural hair journey. You guys, literally, like, I've been using like the curling wand and stuff on my hair, and I really thought it was going to make my curls like just really damaged. I don't know what I thought it was going to do to my curls, but they actually look like really good. In today's video, we are going to be talking about my natural hair journey because about, what is it, 2015? It's been about 4 years since I've been natural. I know I get a lot of questions about my hair, asking me, you know, how I, you know, started my journey, or can I do a natural hair journey video, or this, or what do you put on your hair, and are you mixed, and things like that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and talk about my natural hair journey. So yeah, I have some pretty embarrassing photos, you guys, I must admit, but they're gonna be on the screen, so don't judge me. I just want to be able to help a lot of you natural heads out there, or anybody who's thinking about going natural, and kind of just show you my journey of all the trials and errors that I went through, because I know the natural hair community is really huge, and I just think there should be more naturals out there. Do you agree with me? Emoji. There needs to be an emoji right here. I feel like the natural hair community is a very strong like movement, and I know it's really hard to like, it's really kind of crazy to be like, oh, we're a movement, like, but we really are. I think it's really good to just embrace your natural hair. I mean, yeah, weaves and extensions can be really fun at times, but I just think it's, you know, natural hair is a beautiful thing, and I just want to share you guys, I want to share my journey with you guys, and, you know, basically just tell you guys how I got started and what inspired me. And yeah, so without further ado, we're just going to go ahead and get into the video. Lego. I was born on June 7th, 1992. I was born with a head full of hair, and it definitely was a genetic thing. My mom has really good hair, and so does my dad. My dad has really good hair. His hair is really good, but we're in no shape or form mixed. There's always been like a thing like that went around in my family, on my dad's side of the family, that we were mixed with something. I never really, you know, had the time to kind of, you know, sit down with my family members on that side of the family to kind of figure out if I was mixed with something. I do want to maybe like go back into my family tree on my dad's side to figure out if we did have something that we were mixed with, because most of my family on my dad's side has really good hair. On my mom's side, my grandma has really good hair, my mom has good hair, but I think most of my hair comes from like my dad's side of the family. I was born, my grandmother automatically, when I was coming out of my mom's womb, I had a head full of hair. Literally, I had hair in the back of my hair, and you know, in the back of my head, and you know most babies don't have hair in the back of their head, so that's when my grandma identified and said, this girl is gonna have very long hair, it's gonna be thick, because she is a baby with a head full of hair. But I think most babies who do come out with a head full of hair, it's definitely a genetic thing. All throughout my childhood, you guys, I had so much hair that my mom always had to have my aunts on my dad's side do like twist outs and braids in my hair, and my grandma would always put twist outs, braids in my hair, of course with like the little beads and like the little barrettes and things like that, because I think most of us as children, we had those little, you know, beads or barrettes, and we just wanted to look all fancy. Basically, like braids and things like that were my go-to styles as a child. I don't know, I miss my childhood. My hair was very long. It's pretty crazy. Once upon a time when I was a toddler, my mom even put a wig on my hair for Halloween. I think it's pretty hilarious, but it literally looks like my real hair. You would never think that this was a wig. I thought it was my real hair, but my grandma said it was a wig. It got to the point where I was about 10 years old, or yeah, was I 10 to 11, one of those like that. I was in the 6th grade, and my mom decided she couldn't continue to deal with like the thickness of my hair. She couldn't tangle with it anymore because we ended up moving a little bit further away from like my aunt. So speaking of her, she's calling now, my mother. Hi mommy, you're calling. Moved to Georgia my 6th grade year. During like my elementary school years, my mom would deal with my hair. She would flat iron it sometimes, but it was just way too much to deal with. As you can see in these photos, my hair was really thick and just way too much to deal with, especially during my elementary school years. So that is why she decided to go ahead and put the relaxer on my hair. My grandma had a hairstylist here, and he put a relaxer on my hair. At the time, she was working and, you know, doing a lot of things and trying to get me ready for school and do my hair every day in the morning. With it being so thick and so big and so long, she just couldn't deal with it anymore. So when we moved down here, and I finally got into a different school, my grandma didn't want to deal with it either, so they decided to go ahead and put the relaxer on my hair. By this point, grandmother was taking care of my relaxed hair as well as my mom, and we ended up moving away from Georgia. So when we moved away, my grandma wasn't really taking care of my hair anymore because she wasn't near me, so she couldn't help me take care of my hair, and she couldn't keep taking me back and forth to the salon. Mom was always working, and she just was dealing with other things as well. So it was up to me to stay on top of my hair and do my hair. And you know, by this time I'm like, what, 12, 13 years old. I'm like, yeah, I'm cool. I can do my own hair. I can flat iron my own hair. I don't need y'all to flat iron my hair. I got this. As I got older, I started to take care of my own hair. I mean, duh. What? Did notice as far as like flat ironing and doing my own hair and putting it in like ponytails and, you know, using scrunchies and trying different styles with my hair as a young teen, I noticed that it did start breaking off. Hair started to get very short, and that's usually what happens when you get a relaxer and you're not taking care of it, and you don't have a stylist, a hairstylist, or you're not going to a salon to get your hair professionally taken care of. It's usually going to break off, and you're going to lose all of your very good, long, luscious hair. By middle school and high school, my hair started to break off very badly. So since I was taking care of my own hair, I did visit my grandma every summer, and every time I would visit her, she would always still take me to the salon so that way I can go get my hair trimmed and get it done and things like that. I wasn't with her all the time during my high school years. She, yeah, when I came down here for the summer, we would schedule appointments and I would go get my hair done, but like I said before, it was still very damaged. I was still continuing to relax my hair. My mom was continuing to relax my hair. I think even once upon a time I got blonde highlights during my sophomore year, I think. I really wanted blonde in my hair for some reason, and it was my first coloring ever in my hair, and I was super excited about it. I was super excited about the coloring, but the coloring and the highlights definitely broke my hair off very bad. I got bangs just to try something new. Like, I think I got bangs like during my like senior year of high school, like when I was living in Georgia with my grandparents, and I got bangs. I don't know why, I just wanted something new. Still had relaxed hair, and it was just bad. During the summer of my junior year of high school, going into my senior year, like I said, I noticed that my hair had texture even with a relaxer. Like, I would wash my hair and I would get this kind of texture, as you guys can see right here with some of the highlights in it. I did get this texture, and I was going to a stylist here that my grandma knew in Georgia because I was in the process of moving down here for my senior year. And I basically just told her I wasn't putting to not put a relaxer on my hair, and she did my hair for my homecoming, and it came out like this. It looked really good. Like, she used like saran wrap or something like that and put it on my hair, put me under the dryer, and she just like flat ironed my hair, I think, and it came out really nicely. She didn't like it because she said that my hair was still damaged, and all this stuff, and I wasn't taking care of my hair, and she wasn't really a fan of like the natural hair community, I could tell. And so she really didn't know how to do the whole natural hair thing. Really wanted to not put another relaxer on my hair for homecoming. Like, I really just wanted my hair to be natural. So I was kind of in that like transitioning phase, but I didn't want to cut my hair all the way off, as far as like I didn't want to do the big chop. So I told her not to put a relaxer on it, and she did that, and my hair came out really good for homecoming. I was very happy because it was bouncy and it just felt healthy, but she said it wasn't. This was all before the whole natural community even became extremely popular. I started seeing a lot of African Americans embracing like their natural hair, and they were doing the thing called the big chop. Watching loads of YouTube videos geared toward this community, I was so confused on where to start. Like, and then I was hearing like my grandma, she was saying like, no, you need to keep putting perms on your hair, like your hair is gonna look nappy. Like, my grandma once upon a time was so anti-natural, like she was not having it. I think a lot of women like my grandmother's age, they were like anti it because they just looked at it as not being right. Like, and you know, it wasn't, people weren't embracing it until I was seeing people embracing it, and I was trying to show them. And you know, some people just weren't, they didn't want it. They didn't, I mean, they just didn't believe in it, like as far as embracing like your natural hair, because they thought it was nappy, like, you know. So I was confused on where to start, but I knew I wanted to do it because I just thought this hair was beautiful. And even though there were people around me that didn't think it was beautiful, I did. So I wanted to do it. There were gurus out there that were using so many different products on their hair. They had like natural hair definitions that I didn't understand. Some of them I still don't understand to this day. Like the lock method, I never knew what that was. I'm like, what is this? Like, the lock method? It was like a scary word to me. I'm like, what is this? Like, how, what lock method? Like, I didn't know what that meant. Twist outs and braids out, I didn't understand that. So I was like, well, twist out and braid outs, like I used to get this done to my hair when I was little, so this is probably why my hair had grown so much when I was young. People were noticing that, like when we were younger, a lot of us African Americans used to wear braid outs and twist outs, and we always wondered, well, why was our hair so long when we were younger? But now it's not. It's because we're not wearing those same styles, and we're not protecting our hair, so that's why it's breaking off. So yeah, when I kind of looked at it, I'm like, whoa, like it's the same thing. Like all I have to do is do that same thing that when I was little, I can probably get my hair to grow. You know what I mean? So subscribe to a girl here on YouTube. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with her, but her name is Tiffany Darling, and I will post a link to her channel right here, and I'll, you know, show you guys. I used to watch her like all the time on YouTube before I discovered Dolce Candy. I discovered Tiffany Darling, and she was like really into the whole natural hair thing, just starting her natural hair journey, and I'm like, what is this girl doing? But I could tell like her texture of her hair, even though she's mixed, like her texture and my texture were kind of similar, so I was trying to kind of like follow after what she was doing. Watched her a lot, even though I was like, you know, in high school, and I couldn't really afford like the products that she was buying because I didn't have a job, and I didn't want to ask my grandma because she was very antisocial. I mean, not antisocial, she was very anti-natural. I didn't really want to ask my grandma for money to buy these expensive products for my hair, and I still didn't know what I was doing. I ended up discovering Taryn Guy and You Love Megs here on YouTube. Later on in my journey, I discovered Natural Niecy. I was watching her, and it's so crazy that now me and her are kind of like YouTube friends. Like I would have never thought I would be friends with her, and I was watching her like and trying to like watch her to see what she was doing. So all of these girls kind of inspired me to start my natural hair journey. So I did really wash my hair every day. I went out and bought the Tresemme Naturals line because I think they were one of the first lines to actually launch like the natural hairs like stuff, and it was very popular. So I went out and bought the natural hair line, and it's crazy because I deleted a lot of my older videos of when I talked about my natural hair. I wish I wouldn't have, but I don't know why. However, I noticed that because I was washing my hair so much, it was leaving my hair extremely dry, extremely brittle. Like my hair wasn't growing because I was just doing the same thing. I was just washing it, like using the Tresemme Naturals shampoo and using the Tresemme Naturals conditioner. I wasn't just co-washing. I was doing the shampoo and the conditioner every day, and it was kind of just like stripping my hair. So I was trying to find my routine, and it was so hard for me because I'm like, I'm so confused. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, and I hated my hair. And so yeah, I went through a lot of trial and error, and it was so frustrating because you do go through a lot of trial and error during your your whole kind of transitioning phase. So I guess you can say I was kind of transitioning because I was getting so frustrated and I didn't really know what to do with my hair, and I was going places or hanging out with friends and I was embarrassed because people still didn't understand the whole natural hair community, and they didn't understand what I was doing. So I gravitated back toward the clip-in extensions, and I flat ironed my hair, and I just gravitated back toward it until I could do a little bit more research about the natural hair community and how to manage my own hair. During like college, I went through so many different hairstyles. A lot of different styles, dyeing my hair jet black while it was naturally curly. I did my friend, she dyed my hair blonde on the top, and I liked it when I first got it done. It was cute. She did just like kind of like a little bit of it, and then I went back and I dyed it over the summer when I came back home, and I dyed it half blonde on top and it was like brown on the bottom. I don't know, I tried it. It was kind of cute. I don't know, maybe back then. I dyed it auburn one time, curly weave before. Like, it was like my first curly weave ever. It was a sew-in, and loads of clip-in extensions, like loads. Like, I loved clip-in extensions. They were all just weighing my hair down, not helping my natural hair grow at all. So my natural hair just like stayed at where it was at. I was wearing my curls sometimes, but my curls just weren't at their full potential. They were still trying to grow and, you know, be free. I had went through so many different stages, and by this time I had left college. I wasn't in school anymore. I decided that I was going to start something fresh and new, and I was like, hey, look, I don't want to do the big chop, but I'm not understanding what's going on with my hair, and it just looks damaged, and I've been doing all this coloring. I'm gonna cut my hair into a bob. I decided to have my mom's hairdresser cut my hair into a really short and cute bob. Probably why you guys can tell, like, the back of my hair is shorter than the front of my hair, because I feel like as my hair grows, like, the back is still kind of like trying to catch up to the front. It's still kind of like in the bob shape because I've never actually, since then, which was like, I think like 2 years ago, I haven't gotten my hair trimmed, which is bad. Like, I need to go get my hair trimmed, but the only reason why I haven't gotten my hair trimmed is because I'm scared they're just gonna freaking snip and it's gonna make me mad. So I was scared to cut my hair, but at the same time I was really excited because I knew this was gonna be something different. After a few months of wearing my hair, I started to see some growth in my hair. It was growing really, really fast. Like, I didn't expect my hair to grow so fast in just like 2 weeks. It was crazy. Back into my natural length, and like I started to use heat and clip-in extensions again. Don't know why. It wasn't helping my hair at all. I don't know why I was so addicted to these extensions. By this time, my hair had became completely natural. Once I kind of did like my cut, I could tell that my curls were kind of different, and I could tell my hair was definitely like completely natural now. Again, since I was changing my hairstyle so much, I decided to wear a wig. I wore a wig for about a year, I think. 21st birthday, when I went to California, I wore a black wig. It was from RPG Show, and I just love this wig because the RPG Show wigs were in, still are in. Basically, since I didn't know how to braid, do like cornrow braids, like to the scalp and things like that, and I was having a hard time with like the twist outs and like the braid out, I decided to just kind of twist my hair and put the wig on to protect my hair. So I use this as a protective style for myself, and I seen tremendous growth in my hair. It was pretty crazy. Still able to wear my curls out, protect them some days without actually co-washing them and every day. Later on, I found some really good products for my hair. My hair was doing such a great job and I was starting to love my hair. I think I even once upon a time at the beginning, oh, I meant to tell you guys, at the beginning of my transitioning phase, I even tried out biotin pills. Those didn't really work as much for me as I thought they were. But yeah, I was loving the length and the texture of my hair, and I had finally found a little bit of happiness in my hair. So later on in the year, I decided, hey, I'm going to flat iron my hair, see the growth, because I hadn't flat ironed my hair in like forever. I did it all the time again, adding more extensions. I added heat, and then I ended up getting a braided sew-in. I don't know if you guys remember this. This wasn't that long ago, but I had in blonde hair extensions, and I talked about this in my I Hate Hair video, where I had in blonde hair extensions and it was a sew-in, and the girl who did it did a really good job. I actually love her. I love what she did with the sew-in, but I just can't wear braids in my hair. Anytime I get a sew-in and I get braids, it always breaks out my hair. When I took the sew-in out, it was just a disaster for me because cornrows, I noticed, they do just damage my hair. Hair was a complete disaster. I was very sad about it because it was during my 22nd birthday. I just ended up wearing a wig on my birthday. But after a while, I got really tired of wearing the wigs and I really just needed a break. Well, like I said, that's when I ended up posting my I Hate Hair video, and that video got a lot of feedback where I kind of just poured my heart out to you guys about my hair and why I hated it, and everybody just wanted me to do all these curly hair videos and wanted me to tell them about my curly hair and teach them about curly hair, and I couldn't do it because I was so overwhelmed because I was still trying to figure out how to do my natural hair. After a long vacation, going on vacation and trying to film a freaking beach curly hair video on the beach during my 22nd birthday, I had a long talk with my friend Dacia, and she is also here on YouTube, so I will link her YouTube down below. I had a long talk, and basically I came to the conclusion that I would wear the wig for a few more weeks, listen to my hair, got its strength back, was in a more healthier state. Then once it did, I would not be adding any more hair, any more extensions, putting any more heat on my hair. I would continue to document my hair journey here on YouTube no matter what the circumstances were. So that means if I was having troubles, if I wanted to do a twist up but didn't know how to do it, I would document it here on YouTube, showing you guys, even if I failed, that I'm gonna put it out here and let you guys see it. That's what I did. Started off by using the curly girl method because I heard that it was a really great method to help get your hair in like a really good state. I was only purchasing all natural products to use on my hair, like Diva Curl and the Curls line, anything with no sulfates and no silicones in it. I started to see a major difference in my hair, and my hair responded so well to it, and I was just extremely happy. So since then, you guys haven't seen me really using any heat on my hair until the last videos that I just did. I just used heat on my hair. But since then, my hair has been loving me. I've been documenting everything. You guys have been seeing it, and I've been getting great responses from you guys on my natural hair journey. My main hairstyles are wash and goes and buns, and I must admit that me wearing buns a lot during this last year of 2014, I was wearing lots of buns, and my hair grew and was just way more healthier than what it used to be. I also love to make sure that I deep condition once a week, so that way my hair can get a little bit of moisture, can continue to grow. At this time, I love my hair. Now, so many people around me always tell me how beautiful my hair is. To be really insecure about it, I had boyfriends who didn't like my hair, and once upon a time there was a guy that I did date and he loved my hair, and I was just really excited to see that somebody would notice you know, my hair and love it. Like, it just made me feel really good inside to see somebody else kind of like embrace my hair as well, and just make me feel like me wearing my hair like this is okay. But yeah, it makes me feel good to just have control over my hair and to embrace it and know what my hair likes. And it's grown so much, and now it has grown on me and it's a part of me, and I don't want to ever keep putting hair extensions in my hair. And I hope that other girls can be like this too and just be able to embrace their hair. But I can't wait to see how much healthier my hair gets, how much fuller it gets, and how much longer it gets. I don't even care if it does get longer. I really like the state that it's in Now, if you want to go on your natural hair journey, I advise you to, because my hair has come a long way, as you guys can tell throughout all of these pictures that I have showed you guys in this video. So yeah, I am a proud natural hair sister. Pretty much concludes this video. That being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helps you and it just makes you realize that natural hair is okay. It's okay to love your curls and to be different and to embrace it. So yeah, I love you guys, and I will definitely talk to you guys in the next video. Bye!